Hello everybody. It is time for the good, the bad, the ugly first garden tour of 2023. I thought I'd better get out here today because we had rain last night and this morning, and we're supposed to have a lot of hard rain and wind starting in the middle of the night through tomorrow and tomorrow night, and the winds are going to be super high tomorrow night with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So I thought I'd better show you some things, especially the things that are blooming, because the rain and the wind may beat them down. You can see the cranesbill geranium. That has stayed green all winter, believe it or not. And so have these leaves on the aster. And that is the woodland phlox. There's a hyacinth getting ready to bloom. Some more woodland phlox. That's more hyacinths. And the sweet autumn clematis, we cut it way down, and you can see it's already coming out. And these pots, there are ones that have made it all through the winter. I had them set back and they have survived. That is a volunteer pansy. Those are heucheras, they're still alive. And there's that beautiful little clover plant, and the hens and chickens, and a columbine. It's a mess a lot of places. We haven't had time to clean, but I have hostas coming up everywhere. You can see them in that big pot and that one back there, and a lot of these small pots here have them. And that is the Yuki Churi Deutzia. And lots of hostas. Squirrel's been digging in that bucket. You can see a lot of things are coming up, and the daffodils are just beautiful. I'll walk you back here. You can see some tulips, more hyacinths. The helebores have all just been beautiful for quite a while. That clematis is coming back. Hyacinths and daffodils. And you can see the rhododendrons, the PJM. This clematis. The summer room and all are a total mess because we put stuff under there to protect it during winter. The periwinkle is already blooming. Hostas. Some helebores over there. The little windflowers and the periwinkle in here. Daffodils. And over in here, I cannot believe how far up these hostas have come. And there is a Japanese painted fern coming up already. If we get any severe cold, we'll have to try to cover these. Look at the hostas. More hostas. You can see the hyacinths back there, the hostas back there. You can see from this distance how much they've come up. Hostas are a wonderful plant. If you've never tried them, please do, because you'll never be sorry. They're tough, and they're beautiful, and there's such a variety. These are all daylilies. And this Japanese maple is already putting out leaves. And the blooms on the pyrus. Tulips. It's a muddy mess everywhere because we can hardly go a couple days without getting more rain. That Pyrrhus is full of blooms. Another clematis coming up. Elderberry is putting out leaves. I still have to cut those blooms off of last year's hydrangea. I left them during the winter because I just love looking at them. But the daffodils are so pretty. You can see the bushes all putting out leaves already. That beautiful helebores in that pot. More hostas. And y'all remember we put up 2 doors here last year, 2 doors that were exactly alike? Well, the other door totally disintegrated. I'm picking up a pot that got turned over. So it literally fell apart. And like I said, they both were painted with outside paint. They both looked identical, but it fell apart. So we had to take it down and it came apart in pieces. But out here, these are all those beautiful bulbs that I had planted in pots last year, and after they finished blooming, I brought them out here and planted them in the ground. That's the grape hyacinths, which I just love those. Other hyacinths and those mini daffodils. Daylilies. This is a big hibiscus. I've got to cut that back yet. Another beautiful rhododendron. I love all these colors on these hyacinths. And some tulips, which I actually see a bud on one of the tulips down there. Lots of daylilies and some irises in there. Periwinkle here's blooming also, and we've got to clean. We haven't cleaned out here. And those daffodils have already got beaten over by the rain. But look at this glorious PJM rhododendron. That is just the most beautiful color. And it's just March 2nd that it's doing all this blooming. And back there is another one. The deutzias have got leaves and a million buds. But if we get a freeze, they won't bloom. Last year we covered them up with old tablecloths. I save all my old outside plastic tablecloths. Excuse me. Lots of buds on this. Oh my gosh. There's that weed that is my bane of my existence. I've got to get out here and pull these up. I pulled a whole bag of them up the other day. But see all the buds? That is all weeds down there in front of that rhododendron on the left-hand side. So those have got to be pulled up. That rhododendron is full of buds too, but it usually blooms later than this other one. And some more daffodils. Being outside is giving me a tickle. Just loads of helebores. Still haven't cleaned out here. Got a lot of cleaning to do. That's another plant if you haven't tried. I've told you that before. Try helebores, because there's something else that are just super tough and they bloom when nothing else is. They start blooming in January. This deutzia is loaded with buds. My two shrubs that are in those pots, I'm hoping they're going to make it. We've had so much rain. They're putting out new growth, but it just about killed them having all that moisture in the pots. I just love those buds. They're just beautiful. Like I say, none out here has been cleaned yet. I have to cut all the dead leaves off of the helebores. You can see how well they've done all through there. More daffodils. The Missouri Sundrops is this green and bronze leaf that's close to the ground. That's the Missouri Sundrops coming up. More of the wonderful helebores. Haven't decorated out here for spring yet. I tell you, being sick, it can knock you down longer than you think. And I guess our age has a little bit to do with it. But COVID is a terrible thing. And I know John and I were very lucky that we didn't have any major issues. And I'm so blessed and grateful for that. But we're still not 100%. And especially John, you know, he'll be 80 the 25th of this month, so. As my mama always used to tell me, the older you get, the harder it is to get over something. Lots of things coming up here, and lots of mess too. But I just wanted you to see what was blooming in this part of the backyard and the front yard, just in case everything gets beat up with the rain coming. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy every moment, and we'll see you again soon. Love and blessings from me and John and baby boy. Bye-bye.